Hello and welcome to this Ignition Training webinar. Firstly, of course, I want to remind everyone of Reliv's mission, which is to nourish the world in mind, body and spirit. And of course, our 3-year vision for Reliv Asia Pacific is to achieve $1 million US in sales every month. Our top priorities remain increasing our key performance indicators, developing our brand awareness, developing our social media strategy further, increasing our online capabilities, of which you'll hear more about as the year moves forward, and of course, director focus, getting people to work up through master affiliate and to the direct level where they're really starting to build an organization. This week, the webinar is about potential. So let's consider something. If you're in this business, what happens if you're successful in this business, or should I say when you become successful in this business, you actually grow into a position of leadership. Now that takes a lot. And of course, what one of the key factors of being a leader is, and being a leader of leaders, because that's where you'll eventually end up with the more success you have in your Reliv business, is being willing to do whatever it takes to achieve success. Most people are not willing to do that. Most people are not willing to just put in that extra, to go that extra yard. And you need to do that if you really want to be successful. Because remember, people do as you do, not as you say. People will duplicate people in your organization will duplicate what you do. So you need to lead by example. And you know what? As it says here, you follow the examples. You listen to the ones that have already made it, to the very successful people. You have a look at the Vances who are recently our ambassadors, the Linda and Richard Vance who are recently in the Philippines, and the impact that they had on that market, and people listening to them and watching them, people who are already successful. See, everyone wants to follow someone who's going places. People want success and they're drawn towards it, and they do want to follow. If you are going where you need to be, where you want to be, if you're going places, people will want to follow you. And remember, if you want to be successful in your Reliv business, it is a 2-year unconditional commitment. You need to commit for 2 years. This is a business, the same as any other business. And if you paid money to buy a franchise to something, you would put in that unconditional commitment. So the question is, why would you not do that with your Reliv business? And so your attitude has to be one of, this is my business, I'm committing to my business. See, and it's all about what you do now is about your future, or leads to your future leadership decisions. And it is your value of success, as it says here. Now is a time for decisions. It's important for you to be teachable. It's important that you stop making excuses. And it's important that you take massive action. Those 3 things rolled in together will help you towards on your pathway to success, and you can do it. And listen to the leaders who are out there who've done it, as I said. Because what happens is leaders speak to the spirit, and the human spirit lives or dies on hope. And many times I have said that what we offer with Reliv is hope. We offer people hope, whether it's from a wellness point of view or whether it's from a wealth point of view. We offer people hope to change their lives. You are your thoughts, and what matters most is how you see yourself. Are you a superhero? You need to be a superhero within yourself to go out there and do what needs to be done. You need to see that you can overcome any obstacle. So how do you see yourself? The thing is that most people have different views of themselves depending on how they feel. And how they feel depends on their thought patterns. How they feel depends on what they're thinking. So what do you feel about yourself? What are you thinking? Well, let's consider this. You are your thoughts. So if you are your thoughts, are your thoughts helping you to succeed? Because you have 2 choices in life, and it's fight or flight. So when the rubber hits the road and you're trying to build your business and you've got to get out there and do it, you can either fight or flight. You can go forward and you can, with courage, build your business, or you can choose to not do that. You can choose to not do the activities that are required. It is your choice, and it is a choice. Make no mistake about it, because you can't make excuses. It's your choice. It is a choice of whether you build your business or you don't. Don't fool yourself into thinking that it's not a choice, that it's something else that's getting in the way. No, it is your choice of whether you build your business or you don't. So what is worth fighting for in your life? What's your why? Is it big enough to push you and drive you forward in what it is you want to achieve with your Reliv business? See, because everyone has potential, you know, it's there. Trust me, everyone has potential. You just can't see it. Potential is not something that you can look at. The thing is, you don't know what you don't know. So unless you actually put yourself into a situation to find out just how much potential you have, you will never know. So let me ask this question. Is seeing believing, or is believing seeing? It comes down to you. And you may not see a greater future for yourself, but it's not true. Because there is a greater future, and it's up to you. I want to go through some little things about your mind. Your mind is an incredibly powerful thing. And of course we have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the creative subconscious mind. Your conscious mind's function, it's all about perception. All your experiences are stored, as it says here, in the neuron of your brain. Okay, your experiences are stored, and they build perception. And then it creates association. Have I seen this before? And then you evaluate it. And then that leads to making a decision. So if you've had good experience and you associate with that good experience and you see that this is what's in front of you and you evaluate it as a good experience, it means go. But if your evaluation evaluates it as a bad experience and it's going to lead you somewhere you don't want to go, well then your decision is going to be to stop. It's really quite simple and straightforward. However, let's consider your subconscious mind's function. Your subconscious mind's function is to keep you sane at all costs. And that's where self-fulfilling prophecies come from. If you believe you cannot do something, you won't be able to do it. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe that you're going to muck something up, you're going to do it incorrectly, you will do it incorrectly. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because your subconscious mind will make sure that you do mess it up. Your subconscious mind is what causes excuses. So those excuses that, oh, I can't get out and talk to people and sponsor them into my business today. That's just subconscious causing excuses. It causes closed-mindedness because it is more important to be right than open. That's what your subconscious mind does. And it does. It's about pride. It's about selfishness. It's about ego. It's making sure that your subconscious mind is making sure that you stay within the boundaries of your beliefs and your values. That's what your subconscious mind will do. You consider, do you buy a Ford or do you buy a BMW? So then you start to question. Your mind goes, did I do the right thing? Well, you know what? Your mind will let in, your subconscious mind will only let in what supports your decision. It will keep out what goes against that decision. So it will reinforce the decision that you've made. And the funny thing is, that's how wars start. So we'll only let in what supports the decision we made, as opposed to being open to all information coming in. That's what the subconscious mind does. And in neutral, think about this. When people get hypnotized and they can pick up a cup and then they get hypnotized and they're told that that cup is 500 pounds and they cannot pick that cup up no matter what, because the subconscious mind is telling them that it's 500 pounds and What it does, it actually makes the bicep and the tricep and the arm work against each other, so you literally cannot pick that cup up. That's what the subconscious mind does, because you believe that that's a 500-pound cup, 500-kilo cup, whatever you want to say. So just do it doesn't work, because your subconscious mind won't let it work. So let's consider your creative subconscious. This is all about solving and resolving conflicts. It has a natural tendency to put things back the way they should be. It's like, you know, you look up and you see a picture that's slightly crooked, so you straighten it up. That's your creative subconscious at work. But people will do that, but they won't even think about it. It's not even conscious action. But what it does is it creates drive and creates energy. And it finds ways to get you back to your perceived normal, okay? But it only has enough energy to get you there and no more. So if you understand this, that your creative subconscious mind will only get you to where you believe you can be, you must understand that you set your goals through and not to. So if you want to become a master affiliate, you need to set your goal to director. You set your goal through. Otherwise, what will happen, and I see it happen time and time again, people strive to make it to master affiliate and then they just stall in their business because they haven't created a goal through where they want to be to take them further. And their creative subconscious mind will make sure that that's where they make it to, and that's it, because there is no more energy and drive. And if this is the case, so think about this. If your subconscious and your creative subconscious mind is controlling you like this, I want you to think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you're thinking about. Is what you're thinking about creative? Is it positive? Is it going to take you to where you need to go? Is what you're thinking about, is your self-talk negative or positive? Is your self-talk creating doubts or creating drive and energy and enthusiasm? Is your self-doubt creating failure or success? And let me tell you something, words are the most powerful drug known to man. And I've done it many times at trainings. If you have negative thinking, if your self-talk is not what you need it to be, then you start talking out loud in a positive manner and it will take over, and your mind will pay attention to what you're speaking, and it will take over from the negative spiraling self-talk. Words are incredibly powerful because words lead to pictures, which lead to emotion, and then you take action. And that's whether it's positive or negative. So you need to create the words, affirmations, positive affirmations about where you want to be, what you want to be, to create the pictures, to develop the emotion, to create the action. So basically what it is that gets in the way are all your habits, your attitudes, your beliefs, and your expectations. All these things that we've just talked about. Habits, attitudes, beliefs, and expectations, all controlled by your subconscious and creative subconscious mind. It's up to each and every one of us to change that, and we can do that. Because with the right attitude, you can accomplish anything. And it is all about attitude. And all you need to do, the simple thing, is to use words with positive affirmations and drive yourself in the direction that you want to be, because it is all about attitude. And then you can unleash your potential and create the Reliv business that you really want to create. Winston Churchill said, courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And let me tell you what, some days are like that in our business. Some days it's just tough, but you can't lose the enthusiasm. Speaking to someone who was new in the business recently, and they were telling me about some days they've had that were great and other days they weren't, and sometimes no matter what they said to people, they just don't get it. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what happens. Some people don't get it. But you have to maintain the activities, the productive activities that you need to build your business. You need to maintain those activities consistently without losing enthusiasm. Do not allow what's outside of you to impact on what you are trying to create and the success that you want. Use your words, use your positive affirmations, and drive yourself to where you want to be. As Henry Drummond said, unless a man undertakes more than he possibly can do, he will never do all that he can. I'll say that again. Unless a man undertakes more than he possibly can do, he will never do all that he can. You have got to push yourself further than you think you can go. Don't forget that each week's webinar is advised via email and Facebook every Monday. I want to remind everyone about the national conferences that are coming up in their countries. I also want to remind everyone about the leadership camp. If you haven't yet committed to getting it and qualifying to go to leadership camp, make the decision today and create the positive affirmations that you need to create to enable yourself to create the success to get there. And remember, sponsor, promote, and advance and ignite your business. And with that, I say thank you.